you so sweaty? I was watching Cops.
All right, we are back. We are back. You know what I realized? I say that every time to start the show. And honestly, I have no plans of changing that. Just something that I was kind of aware of. But, man, we've been waiting for this week for a long time. Going into the year, of course, we're super pumped just to have ball back, but to have meaningful games that we care about. It's what college football is all about. How important the regular season is. I know the NIL and the transfer portal, that's fucked us. But, man, this week is just... it's just ball. And what's this week even been like? I guess we'll start off. I know this is a football, specifically college football pod. But give me a little second to talk about baseball and the joke that is the Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers are the first team in MLB history to give up a 15.5 game lead on a division rival to claim the division. What a fucking joke this team is. It's the same shit as last year, but flipped. Start off the season last year, weren't worth shit. And then miracles happen, I guess, and we decided to have a pulse. Now, we start off the season, we're the best thing since sliced bread. We're fucking great. We're the best team in baseball. We're beating everybody. Most wins, I think, was it 120 games? Is that how many? I think it was 120 games. And you know what's so fucking frustrating, man? So frustrating is I see teams that have a chance to really do something, and they just sit there with their cock in their hand. You're the best team in baseball. You didn't address any of the needs in the offseason. You got some fucking lowlifes. And then at the trade deadline, you didn't do anything again. Oh, you thought Javi Baez remembering how to play baseball is sustainable? You thought the 6 relief pitchers you got from the fucking Salvation Army was going to be sustainable? They're bad. They're a bad team. They've been a bad team that overperformed. And yes, was it fun? Sure. But I hope they lose every fucking game the rest of the year. Oh, well, they can make the playoffs. For fucking what? For what? So we can get our heads taken off first round? Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. So, D-backs might get in. I'm going to root for them. I'm probably going to root for the M's. But I'm fucking tired of the Tigers. I'm tired of teams that just have no urgency. No urgency to win. I feel like so many teams in every sport, but baseball you see it a lot because there's no cap limit, so there's no reason why you can't go spend. You see teams that just don't care to win. So Chris, Illich, if you listen, sell the fucking team. Sell the team. Your dad cared. Your dad had a top 5 payroll. You inherited everything he did and hadn't done shit with it. Just sell the fucking team. Give it to somebody that cares. Give me a fucking discount. I'll run this fucking team. It's a fucking joke. It's ridiculous. Same thing with Michigan State. Get off your fucking ass and start doing something that I care about. It's so fucking embarrassing to have the Tigers, who are a proud franchise, one of the most recognizable logos in all of sports, so synonymous with the city, have one of the best fan bases in the country, and you just shit on them. You shit on them. Because you don't put a product out there that anybody cares about. What a joke. Anyways, last week, we kind of got dicked by like 1 point in like so many games. Have the over in Michigan, Nebraska, just missed it. Like, it was just so many games we were missed it by a hairline, and we were on the right side. Now, the right side, of course, is the winning side. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, the right side, but we lost. Like, but it is. You felt like you were on the right side of it. Not a great week. Had a few of those, which are going to happen. But thankfully, we have this weekend to look forward to. And are we going to do well with the picks? Which, of course, is not betting. It's just, just something fun. I don't know if we're going to do well. Frankly, with how good the ball is going to be, I could care less. But I'm here to provide content. And that's what we do. Speaking of content, speaking of good ball, speaking of good silly goose times, boys are going camping. We're going camping. Weather's a little sketchy. We leave tomorrow. We just got hit by fucking haboobs a few weeks ago. Got my car back. That's a huge win. But today it's been monsooning. Flash floods everywhere. Everywhere. And honestly, when I was in Michigan and I would see like an inch of snow send a city in Texas into Armageddon, we would laugh. I kind of get it. Because there was a few inches of rain today and shit was shut down. Because the infrastructure just isn't built for it. Now, since my arrival, there has been at least an inch of snow every day since I've been here. But I think that would probably, the entire state would probably collapse. But I think the weather's looking good. And so we've got, I think, about a dozen guys going out into the wilderness. Beer, ball, the boys. Does it really get any better? And now you're asking yourself, Brad, I know you're always glued to the couch on Saturdays. How can you even you can't take a Saturday off? We got Starlink. Don't ask me what it is. I don't give a fuck what it is. But we can watch ball. And Ryder Cup's on. USA got their shit stomped in today. That's fine. I'll be watching tomorrow. I didn't watch today. I'll be watching tomorrow. That's why we're going to win. That's why we're going to win. And it's just going to be the epitome of what the fall is all about. Actually getting some better weather, which we don't have any fall weather down here in the valley. Oh, the amount of brats and beer I'm going to consume tomorrow, I'm already living fairly unhealthily, thanks to my narcotics addictions. But I can't wait. I cannot wait. There's going to be a lot of tents pitched. And not the ones you sleep in, because we ain't sleeping much, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited to be with the boys and watch ball. And I think this is a perfect weekend to do it just because of how good the games are going to be. And I think that just takes us right in to the games this week. And we're going to start off early. We're going to start off Friday night. The game kickoff, I don't know. I'm recording this 4:45 on Friday. But Houston is going to Corvallis, Oregon. And we used to love the Beavs. And now we can't love the Beavs. It's not that we don't want to. We just can't. When we talk about NIL and conference realignment ruining college football or bringing it down a level, the Pac-2, they got hit obviously so hard. If you play a team twice in the same regular season, you know it's a shit show. And there's just nothing left there. Houston's actually showed a pulse. They've got great uniforms. We're getting the better side of 2 touchdowns. We've got 13.5. And I think the Cougs go into Corvallis and take it. It might be foggy, though. Corvallis loves some fog. So as long as the Cougs can see, I think we're good. And I didn't mention it earlier, but when I thought of this week, one big thing happened, and we were graced here in Arizona by the presence of none other than our Razorback correspondent, Braden Sham. Came to watch the Seahawks take on the Cardinals. That game, what a joke. What a joke that game was. The Cardinals should have never been close. We made it close. And then what do you know? We tripped over our own dick. Actually, I didn't want to say that because we're not good enough for our dick to be hanging that low. Anyways, He's now heading back to Arkansas because they're taking on the Golden Domers. That's right. Notre Dame is headed to the Deep South to take on our beloved Hogs. And frankly, I don't know who's stopping anybody. Both these defenses are shit. Marcus Freeman, yeah, you're sexy. Your defense, atrocious. Two quarterbacks might combine for 200 rushing yards, and I'm not joking. Hogs are getting 4.5 at home. I've been to Fayetteville. It's an SEC school. It's an SEC game day. That place is going to be rocking. Pittman needs a win to keep his job. Will he keep his job after this year? Probably not. But I think Arkansas's that NIL Walmart money is going to start playing more of an effect. And I could see him getting fired midseason if he wants to stay another week. If he wants to get into October, which is beautiful in Arkansas, he needs to win this game. So we're double dipping. Hogs getting 4.5, and the over's at 63.5. I don't think it's enough. So pig sweet. It's electric in person. It sounds pretty gay. It's not not gay. Like when I say gay, I mean like actually homosexual. Like we're gonna be tomorrow camping, but it's like a lame gay. I won't say that again. That was rough. You gotta look at line movement. Brad, what does that mean? Illinois got fucking, oh my God, they got jail sexed by Indiana last week. Signetti's a genius because they might lose a couple of games down the road, so you just dump truck Illinois. Illinois didn't deserve to be on that field. That Bison mascot was waving the flag all night long. Also, USC beat Michigan State handedly. Now, is Michigan State good? No, but it's a top tier program, I would say, in terms of relevance, in terms of recognition. And Michigan State was never in that game. So now, USC is going to Illinois tomorrow. The spread was hovering around a pick 'em within a field goal. It's ballooned out to 7. Is Illinois as bad as we saw last week? Probably not. It's probably they're not as good and Indiana's that good. And also, is USC that good or is Michigan State that bad? Probably a little bit of both. But do I think last week's performance warrants a 6-point swing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You got fucking, what's his name? Lincoln Riley out there bitching about how they had the latest game last week. And then now they have the earliest game. Because it's going to be a 10 o'clock local time feel for the Trojans. Hey, it would be really cool if teams on the West Coast maybe had a conference that they could play everybody that was around them in pretty much the same time zone. That'd be a really good fucking idea. Well, they had that. And this is what you get. You made the bed, fucking lie in it. And now you're going to go into Champaign and get your ass kicked. Illinois laying 7. I think Illinois wins outright handedly. If it were 7 the other way, I would take Illinois. Love them. Love Illinois this week. Bielema looks like the Penguin if he added 200 pounds. We'll take him. This next game, none of you are going to watch. You don't need to. South Alabama's at North Texas. What you need to know is that North Texas is a walking over factory. Over. Mean Green's going to hit it by themselves. 63.5, 163.5. Don't fucking matter. South Alabama is bad, but North Texas can do it on their own. I'm pretty sure they hit that when they went into Pullman. Speaking of Pullman, Wazoo last week, my God, was last week the Apple Cup? Rough showing from Wazoo last week. Now, is Washington good? Yes, we'll get to them later. Not great showing at home. They're in a bounce back spot. And they head to Colorado to take on the Rams. And I kind of like Wazoo here. Yes, Wazoo, they've been dreadful. Yes, the gray and maroon combo last week they wore, fucking disgusting. All college football teams need to have a gay guy a part of their coaching staff to let them know what they can and can't wear, because that was fucking gross. Gross. The charcoal by itself, beautiful. Maroon by itself, or crimson. It's crimson. I've been told it's crimson. Great. Combined, not good. If they go all whites this game, they could win handedly. But I just don't think 5.5. I just think 5.5 is too much. I said I'd get to the Huskies later, and now it's later. And it's a big game. This really starts when we think of like the big slate. This is what starts it. We've got 4 games at the end of the night tomorrow that, my gosh, it's just ball. It's just, there's no other way to describe it. Ohio State heads out to Seattle. And honestly, who has Ohio State played? Texas? We know they suck dick behind the Circle K. Who else? They haven't shown me anything I really care about. And Washington, outside of kneeling to end a game, has scored on 21 straight possessions. This is Sain's first road test, heading out to Seattle, which is a top, let's be, conservative and say top 15 or 20 place to play. I love the Huskies here. It's 8.5. A little bit worse than the 10.5 you were seeing maybe a few days ago. But it's over a touchdown. And I like the Huskies a lot in this spot. Wish they'd change up the unis a little bit too. They could get a little creative. Then we got the Magnolia Bowl. If you don't know what that is, that's LSU Ole Miss. And we've got the Tigers heading to Oxford. These are 2 polarizing coaches. And that Brian Kelly just looks like a scrotum with eyes. And then Lane Kiffin is just pounding cocaine in sororities. And I love it. And add into that, if you didn't check X or Instagram or anything this week, Lane Kiffin's daughter posted a photo announcing a relationship with LSU's star captain, middle linebacker, Whit Weeks. Imagine your daughter, you're a coach, and the week of the game against probably one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game of your season, your daughter posts a photo revealing that she's dating the captain on the other team. Oh my gosh. What an awkward Thanksgiving this guy's going to have to go to. Brutal. This guy's pumping your daughter. And they're probably going to come in and pump you. Love Lane's response, though. Lane's such a troller. He tweeted out, quote unquote, take the over. Electric. Love it. Paul Feinbaum's probably crying somewhere about how coaches don't have any, they're not as professional as they should be. But I don't care. I love it. I love it. He said take the over, and you're starting to see a lot of people take the over. That's not us. Every Chad and Thad out there is going to be riding high on these points, not Brad. That's right. Not us. LSU's defense, insane. Their offense, need to see it. Defense travels, offense doesn't. And I don't think much of their offense now. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. So, 57.5. I mean, I could very much see a 24-10 ball game. I could see this game not getting close to 40. And in any scenario, I like the Tigers, but I think this under is I'm pretty confident in. Then we got the whiteout. Oregon heading to Penn State. Penn State whiteouts, fantastic. Big Ten kickoff kind of ruined them because they put their big games at noon. And then they're not going to this game. Hey, big noon. If you're the Big Ten, show, why aren't you there? It's the biggest game in the Big Ten this week. Be there. Don't throw a fucking pity party that you're not getting the game. You shouldn't get the fucking game. Because your show sucks. Gus and Joel, they suck. Unless it's Michigan, they don't give a fuck. Just be there. Be with the crowd. Doesn't matter who wins, the Big Ten wins. Who's going to win? I don't know. I mean, jeez, this game's going to be tight. Can James Franklin win a big game? Never seen it. Dan Lanning also has lost some big games too. Outside of the Ohio State game they won at home last year, name a big game that he's won. A big game against a good team. I'm having a tough time thinking of it. I do like Oregon's quarterback more. I think both defenses obviously are very good. I think it's going to be low scoring. I don't know how low scoring. But we're getting the better side of a field goal with Oregon. It's Oregon plus 3.5. And we're going to take Oregon. If it was Penn State plus 3.5, I'd take them. I think it's probably going to be a field goal-ish game. I would lean Oregon. But if Penn State won by 2 or 3, I wouldn't be shocked. But that's why we're getting the better side of a field goal. Plus, Lanning's pregame speeches are insane. He's probably going to be telling the team how they don't want to be Sandusky's next victim or something. I mean, this team's going to come out with their hair on fire.
Future president.
Future president. Heard it here first. Last game of the night, Bama goes to Georgia. Bama hasn't been to Georgia since both teams didn't allow black players to play. That's what it feels like. And you know how I feel about Bama. They're not what they were. Have they shown signs since they got their ass kicked? Sure. But you're going to Georgia. And I like the dogs here. Georgia's laying 3. It's a field goal. I think they can probably cover that. Kirby Smart. Do I like the visor? No, but God, he wins. So I think with that, I'm going to take Georgia. Be barking. Oh, man. This is just going to be such a fun day tomorrow. With all the ball on, drugs flowing, beer flowing, the boys, some homosexual tendencies. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm pitching a 10 thinking about it. Oh my gosh. And so you're probably like, Brad, what are you guys gonna be doing? I don't know, but it's gonna be fun, man. And I'm just excited to be with the guys and get a, go touch some grass or rocks. There's no fucking grass here. But that's what we got for this week. We got Houston laying 13.5 tonight in Corvallis. Tomorrow, when Notre Dame goes to Arkansas, we've got Arkansas plus 4.5. We also got over 63.5 in that game. Illinois taking 7 against the Trojans. North Texas and USA, Southern Alabama, over 63.5. Cougs heading to Colorado State and getting 5.5. Huskies getting 8.5 at home against Ohio State. It's probably my favorite of the week. Is it Magnolia Bowl? What fucking bowl is this one again? I always fucking forget what fucking bowl. It don't matter. LSU, Ole Miss, under 57.5. Within a field goal for the Penn State whiteout between Oregon and Penn State. And then Georgia laying a field goal at home as they welcome in Bama. So that's it. That's what we got this week. How many do I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 this week? You guys are fucking blessed. But that's what we got. And so I'm excited to give you guys a recap of just the games, the fun weekend we've got ahead. But yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of ball. Hopefully the Stars and Stripes pull it out tomorrow against the European Union or whatever the fuck. But yeah, we've been waiting for this week. I appreciate you guys listening. Once again, hit the bell so I don't have to text you fuckers. But until next time. See ya!